Good morning and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. This guy put all his league earnings into Pinterest, trading symbol PINS, and found out it dropped 18% yesterday. Just look at this, 18%. Dropped like a rock. Earnings, even though Pinterest is a very popular program out there. I even use it, and I like the images and graphics. And I also like Reddit. And I'm starting to stray away from Twitter and Facebook. So I think I use, right now at the moment, all four of those social media platforms about equal. And where about 1 year ago, before the censorship issue came up, I used to use Facebook and Twitter almost exclusively. I'm broadening my horizon. So what do we do about this Pinterest? What happened? Looking at PinViz, we can see that Pins has been in a declining channel, and if you believe this, it's got a ways to come down. Target price is 84, trading at 58. They're going to have to re-update that. No PE here. That means it wasn't profitable last year. It's a new company, but it does have a moderate buy, and it's shortable and optional, which we like. July 30th, neutral, overweight. All happened just recently. Pinterest stock crashes after earnings. Was it justified? Motley Fool, easy to read articles, had better than expected growth, losing customers. Less people are using it since the face mask has come off. But was it hyped? Was this an overreaction? It's lost 5% of its user base. So the fact that they lost some of its user base might be a reason for this sell-off. But in my opinion, it's still an overreaction. Tip ranks still showing that it has a target price of 72. Again, trading at $59. A lot of coverage here, 16 analysts. And if you believe that number, that's 22%. That's good. It has a outperform breaking. Hedge fund has decreased. Technicals are pretty positive. Fundamentals, based on what we heard about losing user base, not so good. It's not making any money. According to Simply Wall Street, Pinterest is about 2% undervalued, which is nothing. And the fair value or future value is around $60. $60, $59. Not a lot of movement here. Simply Wall Street is not ranking Pinterest very high. So back to the chart. The swing trader tries to capture these swings. Okay, and we just had an 18% drop. There's a large gap to be filled at some point in time, and I believe over time that gap will be filled, but right now I don't know when that time is. Over the last 6 months, there's plenty of opportunity to trade Pinterest. Even as far as June and May, you had 4 or 5 opportunities to trade Pinterest. This would have been maybe iffy, but had you entered here or here or here and here, you would have won. The indicators I use to kind of see these trades are, well, of course I use a visual indicator called the zigzag, but it's perfect. It helps me plot the peaks and valleys. And then I use other indicators to see which ones are predicting that. One of the ones I like to use is to kind of home me in is the RSI, and I set this RSI at 4, and when it's below the 30 and comes back around, that's when I can kind of take a trade. And then when the stochastic RSI crosses over and the zero lag MACD is below the zero line, that's all good news for me, and I can take a trade and put a line here. If you like these indicators that I'm using here on my setup, I have it listed below in a link. Likewise, when the RSI is above the 70 and comes back around, that's a sign. And then when you have the MACD above the 0 and the stochastic come back around too, when they all concur within a few days of each other, that's a good sign. And this would have been an iffy trade though, because it would have been a quick one. It surely would have. It does predict a downslide, but it would have been quick. Likewise here, here, and here. But as you can see, I have nothing. The MACD says it's going down further. The stochastic RSI says it's going down further, and the RSI is heading south. My first instinct on Friday, after this happened, big gap, was to go and do a mean reversion play where Pinterest would fill that gap. I believe it's going to fill that gap. I believe it's at least going to get back to here in the next 45 calendar days. But I'm not willing to do a trade yet. I need to wait for the RSI to come back around. A little green dot maybe here in the MACD, and the stochastic to come back around from its 80 back around. That hasn't occurred yet, so I need to patiently wait. The nice thing about Tradingview is that you can set alerts, and I'm going to set alert for the RSI. Click on that, right click, add an alert on the RSI 4. I want it to cross up, come from low to high. It's currently at 13, but I want it to reach, come back around 30. I'm going to be patient because this does not look like a strong stock at the moment. A lot of downward wind, but I do think it's a player for the next 2 years. This has been overhyped, oversold, but there's some valid reasons for it. Losing customer base is not a good thing. Advertisers don't like it. I only want to get this alert once, and I want to be notified on my cell phone so I can do other jobs. And I create it. And there's the alert. That's the nice thing about swing trading and doing it on the daily instead of the hourly. You don't have to be sitting in front of a computer all day. You can do other jobs. I have a business. It's an antique business, and retail is doing not so good right at the moment. So I need to focus some energies on that effort. And it's going to be a while to bring that back because the tourists have not come back. And the antique business, you need to have customers and tourists with spendable cash. And that's not occurring at the moment. So I got to patiently wait, just like I have to patiently wait for this stock to stop dropping. Well, that's my play. I'm going to wait. But I also I do want to play this long at some future time. How are you playing Pinterest? Are you going to buy at this bargain price and hopefully it'll come back? Or will you wait until it stops dropping? I get in too early many times, but also I get in late. Anyway, that's the trade. Let me know what you think. Remember, I'm not your advisor. This is a education channel, sharing some ideas. And since I started sharing, my trading has gotten better. I did not have a bad week this week. I had a fairly good week. And my portfolio has increased. I'm in about 13 to 14 trades. I have closed out at least 4 or 5 on Friday with all winners. And I closed out a stock purchase that I was losing for quite some time, for about 2 to 3 months, at a $2 loss. Okay, so I wanted to close that position out. I didn't want to have a win on my hands. I didn't wait another day, so I closed it out. And that was BK, which is banking stock. I got held on it for about 2 months, 2 to 3 months. It wasn't a big loss. It was never more than $100. But I had a fairly good week. So, happy trading to you. Good luck. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I need your subscribers. Catch you on the flip.